Nadolig yn ystod yr Ail Ryfel Byd gan blwyddyn 6 2021.
Fe wnaeth y Ail Ryfel Byd barhau o 1939 hyd nes 1945. Y ddwy ochr oedd yn amledd oedd Prydain, Ffrainc a Rwsia, yn erbyn yr Almaen, yr Eidal a Japan.
The Second World War lasted from 1939 to 1945. The two sides fighting were the Allies, including the United Kingdom, France and Russia, and the Axis power, Germany, Italy and Japan.
Nid oedd digon o filwyr gan Brydain i ymladd, felly fe gyflwynwyd conscription yn ystod yr Ail Ryfel Byd. Mi roedd dynion yn nad oeddent yn ffermwyr neu lowyr yn gorfod gadael eu teuluoedd ac ymuno yn y rhyfel. Yr oedd gan y milwyr hawl i gael amser i ffwrdd, roeddent yn rhy bell eu teuluoedd i fynd adref. Byddai teithio adref wedi bod yn llawer rhy beryglus iddynt. Mi roedd hyn yn golygu bod y Nadolig yn gyfnod trist i deuluoedd, ac fe gollwyd rhwng 300,000 a hanner miliwn o dadau yn y rhyfel.
Britain didn't have enough serving soldiers to fight, so conscription was introduced during the Second World War. Most men other than those involved in farming, mining or other key areas had to leave their families to fight. Although soldiers were allowed leave, they were often too far away from their families to return home. Travel would have been dangerous. This meant that Christmas was often a sad time for families. Many families faced even sadder Christmases. It is estimated that between 300,000 and 500,000 lost their fathers in the war.
Dog yn wythnosol arferol ar gyfer bob oedolyn oedd 50 gram o fenyn, 225 gram o siwgr, 50 gram o gaws, 100 gram o gig moch neu ham, 1 oi, 100 gram o fodrin, 1.8 litr o laeth a 50 gram o de. Mi roedd danteithion megis siocled a losin yn bryniam. A weekly ration for each adult was usually 50 grams of butter, 225 grams of sugar, 50 grams of cheese, 100 grams of bacon or ham, 1 egg, 100 grams of margarine, 1.8 litres of milk, and 50 grams of tea. Luxuries like sweets and chocolate were scarce.
1940, fe ddyblwyd y dogan te ac fe gynyddwyd y dogan hefyd ar gyfer siwgr. Hynny, trwy gydol y rhyfel, mi roedd cynion Nadolig yn wahanol iawn ac yr oedd angen i bobl defnyddio pa foedd bynnag oedd ganddynt. Nid oedd llawer o dyrciod ar gael, ac felly, fe ddaeth cynningen yn bryd o fwyd poblogaidd ar ddydd Nadolig.
For Christmas 1940, the tea ration was doubled and the sugar ration was increased. However, throughout the war, Christmas dinner was very different and people had to use whatever food was available. Turkeys were in short supply, so rabbit became a popular choice. Here are some of the things people ate for Christmas dinner. Potato flaudies. These are grated potato mixed with flour and herbs and fried in animal fat. Mock duck, a mixture of sausage, meat, apple, onions and herbs. Carrot fudge, grated carrot, gelatin leaf and orange essence.
Ym 1941 fe gyhoeddwyd gan i'r Llywodraeth yn nod oedd hawl gan berchnogion siopau i werthu unrhyw bapur ar gyfer lapio nogorchuddio eitemau heb law am fwydydd gytunwyd arnynt eisoes. Nid oedd siopau felly yn gallu gwerthu papur lapio ar gyfer anrhegion o gwbl.
In 1941, the government announced that no retailer shall provide any paper for the wrapping or packing of goods, excepting foodstuffs or articles, which the shopkeepers agreed to deliver. This meant that shops weren't allowed to sell wrapping paper for Christmas presents.
Roedd cerddoriaeth yn chwarae rhan bwysig yn ystod y rhyfel, ac roedd caneuon yn ffordd dda o godi moral, adab ac ymysg y milwyr. Yr oedd cyfrolau traddodiadol yn helpu i atgoffa pobl o atgofion melys y Nadolig ac o neges grefyddol yn ogystal. Can boblogaidd oedd I'll Be Home for Christmas, sydd yn sôn am rhywun sydd ymell o gartref a teulu, a'r reiddiwyd o allu dychwelyd adref am y Nadolig.
Music was an important part of the war effort. Songs were a good way of keeping morale up, both on the home front and among soldiers. Traditional carols helped remind people of happy Christmas memories and of the religious element of Christmas. One popular Christmas song was I'll Be Home for Christmas. It is about someone who is far away from their family and dreams about being able to come home for Christmas.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only
pobl yn adfer gosod eu coed Nadolig yn y ffenestr, fel bod pawb tu fos yn gallu ei gweld. Ar y cyntaf o Fedi 1939, penderfynwyd bod angen i Brydain cael blackout, oedd yn golygu bod angen gorchuddio pob ffenestr a llenni dion trwchus neu bait di er mwyn sicrhau nad oedd unrhyw oleuni i'w weld a allai helpu awyrennau'r gelyn yn ystod eu carchoedd bomio gyda'r hwyr.
Before the outbreak of the war, people often used to put their Christmas trees by their front window so the lights could be seen from outside. On 1st September 1939, it was decreed that Britain had to have a blackout. This meant that all windows had to be covered with heavy curtains, thick cardboard or black paint. This was to ensure that there was no light to guide enemy planes doing bombing raids at night. Not only did this mean there were no cheery Christmas lights to be seen from houses, but other lights were no longer to be seen. Christmas light displays, such as the one on Oxford Street in London, didn't happen for the duration of the war.
Prin iawn oedd yr aduniadau a werthwyd mewn siopiau, ac felly bu'n rhaid defnyddio'r aduniadau oedd ganddynt yn barod. Byddai pobl yn creu aduniadau eu hun, megis cadwynau papur o hen bapurau newyddion.
There were very few Christmas decorations to buy in the shops, so people mainly used the decorations they already had. People would also make their own decorations, such as paper trains made from old newspapers.
Draw me llyn y preseb, heb weli bachlyd, gorweddau y baban, gwaredwr y byd, y sir yn y nefoedd, a wenau y maen, y baban bach yn oed, yng nghosgwr y gwair.
Ym mis Medi 1940, fe fomiwyd Llundain yn 57 o nosweithiau'n ddiddiwedd. Doedd ddim ardd y bydd y bomiau'n dod i ben y gyfer Nadolig, ac felly bu'n rhaid i law y gwario noswedd y Nadolig mewn ysgolfa'n.
Byddai pobl Llundain yn treulio nosweithiau yn y gorsafau tanfeirol, tra bod eraill wedi adeiladu ysgolfa'n Anderson o Haearn wedi gorchuddio a phrif.
From September 1940, London had been bombed for 57 nights in a row. There was no sign that the bombing would stop for Christmas, so many people spent Christmas Eve in a bomb shelter. Bomb shelters came in many shapes and sizes. In London, many people sought refuge from air raids in the London Underground. Others built sheds called Anderson shelters. They were made from corrugated iron, built half underground and covered with earth. Some people decorated their shelters. There was even demand for shorter Christmas trees to fit in them.
Siwr y pumed oedd y brenin cyntaf i roi neges Nadolig brenhidol ym 1932. Mi roedd y amser cythryblus hwn o ryfel yn golygu bod angen codi colonnau'r bobl o draws y byd, ac ym 1939 fe wnaeth brenin Siwr y Chweched ei araith Nadoligaidd gyntaf. Dywedodd, ni oedd yn pa fath o flwyddyn sydd o'n blaenau, ond os da heddwch bod yn modd ddiolchgar am hynny, os da byddant yn dyfn barhau gan ein gilydd.
The first royal Christmas message was delivered by George V in 1932. However, it wasn't a regular custom and there was no message in 1936 or 1938. The outbreak of the war meant people across the world needed reassurance in 1939 when a naval uniform. George VI gave his first wartime Christmas speech. He said, "A new year is at hand. We cannot tell what it will bring. If it brings peace, how thankful we shall all be. If it brings a continued struggle, we shall all remain undaunted."